Usyk says he's ready to defend his titles against Wilder, who returns to the ring next month in Brooklyn, New York against Robert Helenius. If this fight takes place, Eddie Hearn, the promoter of two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, believes Oleksandr Usyk will easily defeat Deontay Wilder. In this video, we'll talk about Hearn's statement about Usyk and what it means for fans of Wilder and Oleksandr Usyk. Let's not waste any more time and dive straight into the video. First up, I don't see Usyk losing to Wilder Hearn. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, believes Oleksandr Usyk will easily defeat Deontay Wilder if the fight takes place. Usyk defended his IBF, IBO, WBA, and WBO heavyweight titles last month in Saudi Arabia, outboxing Joshua over 12 rounds to retain the unified straps. Usyk was then pursued by WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, who desired an undisputed showdown at the end of the year. Usyk, on the other hand, has stated that he will not be ready to fight until early 2023. As a result of that, Fury is now in serious talks to face Joshua in December. Usyk says he's willing to keep busy by defending his world titles against Wilder, who returns to the ring next month against Robert Helenius at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Wilder will make his first ring appearance since losing a shootout to Fury in their trilogy fight last October. Helenius, a heavy underdog, is coming off back-to-back stoppages victories over Adam Kownacki. Following that, Usyk plans to watch Wilder Helenius in the ring. Usyk has claimed that he intends to be ringside for the Wilder Helenius fight, and that he will do so with the intention of maybe facing Wilder if the latter prevails in their fight. Hearn anticipates Usyk's abilities to cover the costs, but he warns that Wilder has the eraser with his dreaded one-punch capability. Usyk's technique, precision, timing, agility, and durability make him likely to win. He's too quick, but let's watch a few more battles to see how he does at heavyweight. Not to forget, Wilder can create problems for anyone. Hearn stated that Usyk Wilder is a skilled combatant in an interview with ID Boxing. He stated that he believes the Saudis will want a bout between Fury and Usyk for the undisputed title, but that fight won't happen anytime soon if we do a fight between Fury and Joshua, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Although I don't believe Deontay Wilder will be able to defeat Usyk in even one round, Wilder can pose difficulties for anyone. Next, Wilder's promoter Lou DiBella's controversial response: respect the puncher. Eddie Hearn discussed the potential Usyk-Wilder fight in an interview with ID Boxing. He stated that Usyk teaches him. Look at how Luis Ortiz dominated Deontay Wilder. I'm referring to the second fight in particular, but Deontay Wilder can turn off the lights with a single shot, which he did in that fight. He came back from being 8 rounds down and knocked him out in the 9th. He's not going to win a round against Usyk, not in one round, but he could knock him out because he can knock out anyone. But I don't think Usyk will be there at that stage of the fight like Ortiz was. Hearn's candid assessment of Usyk and Wilder's potential fight did not sit well with Wilder's promoter Lou DiBella, who responded to Hearn's statement on social media. It won't matter if Wilder lands the one punch that knocks Usyk out, he said, and he probably would, as if he was going to knock Joshua out. In fact, Hearn may be correct until the knockout punch, but does it really matter? Respect the puncher. Moving on to Deontay Wilder versus Oleksandr Usyk. The main distinction between Usyk and Wilder is that Usyk is a very skilled boxer, whilst Wilder is absolutely useless at the sport. The fact that Wilder has fought nothing, is a bum, and someone who will never be, yet having an impressive-looking record, is what is known as cherry-picking in our opinion. Given that Usyk and Wilder have such drastically different skill sets, Usyk would win on points if the fight went the distance. Wilder possesses a very efficient right hand, which is all he has, so he always has a chance of knocking someone out. He is, in my obviously unqualified opinion, a fantastic skilled amateur who hasn't accomplished much as a professional, similar to Luis Ortiz, a bigger, more skilled amateur who was vastly overrated as a pro and whom Wilder thrashed twice. Wilder can't box, but he is so agile, twitchy, and explosive that being bullied, being pushed back, and having his long whipping punches smothered are his downfall, not expert boxing. Not to mention, Wilder is indeed the best HW athlete. Wilder is always physically fit and powerful. In his right hand, he holds strength. Despite having no technical boxing ability, he has had success physically overwhelming and terrifying the outclassed bums and creaky 40-year-old men who were marketed as legitimate contenders at the time. Usyk, a 195-pound cruiserweight, forfeits 7 inches of height and 5 inches of reach, but Wilder lacks the skill to truly know how to take advantage of that kind of advantage. Usyk can box and was a fantastic amateur, but at HW, he has only defeated one jerk, contrary to fanboy myth. Usyk only had 18 pro fights at age 34, and 13 of his 17 victories at CW were over losers. Since these are two very different games, I doubt Usyk can take the necessary action to halt Wilder. Last but not least, Wilder can't box and pick Usyk fans. Many claim that Wilder cannot pick and box Usyk. We recommend Deontay Wilder. Usyk is actually a highly skilled amateur fighter, just like Ortiz was, and Wilder can defeat him. Ortiz also won an Olympic bronze medal. The same reason Wilder lost to Clemente Russo in amateur amateur competition, he was pushed back, harassed, smothered, and stopped from throwing those long whip-like rights. Also explained why he was destroyed by Fury. He was a young child when Russo committed the crime, and Fury has something Usyk lacks: sheer heft, power, and weight, as well as a massive toolbox filled with shady tactics and the desire to employ each one. Usyk has the raw power or mass to push Wilder back and stifle his offense, and we don't believe he will try to intimidate or learn how to fight dirty in amateur competition, so we approve of Wilder. He was a seasoned master who knew every trick in the book and maybe created some of them, so how did he lose to a busted 38-year-old man? How did he fall short of a young man of 23? By being overpowered physically, athletically, and fiercely. These 897-0 amateur boxers who compete in multiple Olympics and beat up student athletes as young as 19 would be better served by turning pro much earlier, because professional boxing offers so much more than amateur boxing. Moving on to other news, first up, Lucas Browne will face Daniel Dubois. Honestly, fight promotions are made by promoters, but Shane McGuigan of Daniel Dubois, 18-1, 17 KOs coach, handled it this time. The regular WBA heavyweight championship holder will return to the ring on one weekend in November. In the middle of June, he will make his first effort to defend the championship he defeated Trevor Bryan for, KO 4. The applicant shall be the person who had this post previously and is currently in their second youth. Chuck Brown, 31-3, 27 KOs. We thought that Dylan White and I would be facing off soon, but maybe he'd rather wait till Joshua gets there. Lucas Browne will be meeting with us as a result. When we looked at the WBA rankings, Browne was listed as 8th, according to McGuigan. He also has a well-known name and a prodigious winning run. Previously, Browne was commonly thought of as Jarrell Miller's possible competition. The Australian golfer was able to re-enter the competition thanks to a quick win over the all-time favorite Junior Fa in the first round in June. Up next, Pitbull Cruz is defeated by Gervonta Davis in a rematch. Jose Benavidez Sr. Benavidez Sr. is skeptical that Tank, 27-0, 25 KOs, will face Pitbull Cruz once more, since he believes their bout in December had a clear winner. To make up for their lack of interest in pitting Tank against the other best fighters at 135, Mayweather Promotions will probably match him up with Pitbull Cruz rather than Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, or Vasyl Lomachenko. Since losing to Tank Davis in December of last year, Pitbull Cruz, 24-2-1, 17 KOs, has won his previous 2 fights. Cruz defeated Eduardo Ramirez in 2 rounds on September 4 in Los Angeles before destroying Yuriokoris Gamboa in 5 rounds last April. Finally, Robert Helenius happy being underdog against Deontay Wilder. Robert Helenius said he likes playing the underdog when he challenges former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder on October 15 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Helenius, 31-3, 20 KOs, who enters the fight on a 3-bout winning streak, has a chance to force Wilder to retire if he wins. Tyson Fury is vulnerable since he has knocked out Wilder twice in his most recent battles. By selecting the formidable Helenius, Wilder is taking a big risk because he will face a foe that is stronger than Fury and can be beaten. On October 15, Helenius merely needs to follow Fury's orders to overcome Wilder. That's it for this video. Are you excited about Wilder versus Oleksandr Usyk? Let us know in the comments section below which one you like most. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I'll see you next time.